Hello everyone. It's Helen Hart-Smith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. Welcome back for part 2 of the Sacred Space tour. So here is the part where we go into the part of my sacred space that is my sleeping area, and where most, I think all of the altars that are in this sacred space are actually in the bedroom portion of my sacred space. So, yeah, I guess there's not really much more to say besides let's go look at some stuff, okay? So this is the wall next to the door. There's the door. And here's the wall next to it that you didn't really get to see when I did like the original pan, but that's that wall. And so the first thing we have here is Aragorn. Hello. Love you, Aragorn. Oh, and next to Aragorn, I will point out this frame right here. That is a cast photo. I think I've talked about the fact that I was involved in community theater and I directed the show A Few Good Men. And so that is a cast gift that is a really cool collage that one of the cast members made, and all of the cast signed the matting. And so that's like a really prized possession for me. This unit right here is relatively new to my sacred space. This is a CD rack that used to be full of CDs once upon a time, and I actually had this out in the living room, and we actually replaced the area where this was with a full bookshelf. And so I thought about it and I'm like, man, this would work in my room, and I originally saw it with all my herbs, and so that's what this became. This became where I house all of my herbs. So these are all jars of herbs. Some of them I've grown, some of them I haven't, but they're all in cute little jars like you saw on the other unit that I bought, like, I think around Halloween most times, or they're in jars that I have upcycled from food that we've purchased. So this is really cool, and like I said, they're all in alphabetical order, so I can go find whatever I need really quickly. So there's that. And you'll also see I've got some fabric here. These are velvets that I'm hoping to make into a costume. So they're just kind of hanging out in my sacred space. Yay! And continuing down that wall, here is the next area. Up on the wall here, we have a fairy poster. This is another cast gift. This is from when I assistant directed, which one was it? A Midsummer Night's Dream. So this is another cast gift. The cast again signed around the matting. So that was really cool. I really like that. And then this unit here, this is my fire altar on top. Oh, I forgot to turn on my diffuser. Let's turn that on. I did post recently that, you know, this is something that I'm obsessed with lately. So yeah, love this. So this is my fire altar. This houses a lot of things that I'm passionate about. So yeah, there's rocks, there's lots of stuff there. So yeah, that's my fire altar. And then this unit is, well, it's kind of a lot of things. But this is primarily where I store my rocks, my crystals. And so this what does that say? My glasses are off so I can see the screen. Something wicked this way comes. So that stores some rocks in them, some crystals in them. And then this little basket next to it, these are my witchy room sprays and things of that nature. And oils that I like to use in the diffuser regularly. And then this shelving unit has most of my journals. So there's ones that I've written in, there's empty ones, journals that I have for convocation and things like that. And then this little drawer unit is actually where I keep all of my crystals. And so I store them in individual bags and pouches. My hope is to get away from the plastic because I don't like plastic, but plastic is what I had available when I started. But as I can, I'm replacing them with cloth pouches. So it's a work in progress, but eventually I'd like to be completely out of plastic bags. But these are also stored alphabetically. So here we have Eye of the Storm Jasper. These are labradorite because I'm obsessed with labradorite, so of course I have a lot. So that's what these 3 drawers are, and they're pretty full, so I've kind of put myself on a stone and crystal pause unless it's something that I really, really need. And then this top shelf is some jewelry storage. So I just have these cute little bowls that I keep around. If I need to use them as an offering bowl, then I pull one. But I keep necklaces in these. And then these are all my perfume oils over here. And I keep meditation CDs here in case I need them. So there's this. Oh, I did want to show you. I totally forgot that I wanted this stuff on already. But there's my moonlight that Kathy got me. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So this unit is another quasi new thing to my sacred space. It's been here, I don't know, maybe since the summertime. Once I started getting into collecting crystal spheres, I needed a place to house them. And so I needed some shelves. I decided to go with some shelves because everything was so full already, kind of a thing. And so I love how I've got them. And I think I've got most of the spheres that I wanted in crystal form. So I found they're actually on this really cool, at first I thought I wanted one of those clear acrylic shelving units, but then I saw this, and this is actually made from bamboo. So it's something that's not plastic. So that made me feel a lot better. And it was expandable, so you can kind of tell, like right there, that's where it expands. And so I could make it as small or as wide as I wanted. And so I'm kind of at capacity now. I mean, I could probably squeeze 1 or 2 more spheres in there, but you know, don't have to. And then I really like this little display case too, that has 3 little shelves in it. And there's, I believe there's labradorite and some yellow jasper and things like that in there. So there's that shelf. And then down here is where I have all my crystal towers and my crystal skulls. I also have, this is my little area for my animal guides. So I've got, this is actually a picture of a wolf that one of my coven sisters, for my gift for Yule, she actually, in my name, gave money to a wolf sanctuary. And so that was the wolf that I adopted. And it's so cool because that wolf looks very much like my spirit animal. And so that's really cool. And so, yeah, love that. I like how this whole unit kind of turned out. This is a scarf that I bought that came from Ireland, and I never wore it, but I'm like, this would look really cool on the shelf. So I got to use some things that I wasn't really using. This black doily, the roomie got me as a gift and things like that. So, and then up here, those are crystal or antique crystal glasses that I use for potion making at night. And a beautiful triple goddess way up there. So it's kind of high, so I hope that my mic is actually picking up my voice. So that's it for this area. Next, first of all, let's just take a moment to pan across the top here. Look, there's more boxed dolls. Yay! And then there is a pretty decent, let me see if I can get closer without shaking everybody up. That's a pretty good view of my Breed and water altars. And so in the corner there, you'll see propped up my wand that has a fluorite point on it. Some various artworks that depict the Lady Breed, and some stones. My water element things, and in the little glass jar here, those are things that I keep that are for spell work, I guess, kind of is how I'll say it. Let me see, can I reach and keep everything in frame? So there's some silver spoons in here that I use for measuring out herbs and such. There's some magical chalk. There's pens in case I need to write something down. There's some staves if I need those and things like that. So those kind of live there. And here's my diadem for ritual use. And yeah, there's that. Gotta say hello to the hellebore over there. Hellebore is a gorgeous flower and plant and part of the Bane family. So if you're interested in those, check them out. They're a really interesting plant. And I've got one growing outside and hopefully it comes back okay. All right. And then down here, pull back. If you follow my Instagram, then you'll know that I recently shared a picture of my main altar. So here's my main altar. I'm not really sure what to say about it. My drum is here. This beautiful bell was a gift from a friend of mine. My cauldron. Along the side here, you'll see my turkey feather fan that I purchased at Convocation a few years ago. Oh, I do want to note that right here in that black pouch, black velvet pouch, that is where my coven sister Crystal, she made for me a really cool turkey foot charm and or talisman. Not really sure which I want to call it, but that's where that stays, and that's a protection item for our house. And so, yeah, there's the main altar set up for Imbolc, yay, which is just around the corner. So I like how everything is kind of like in sections, so I'm able to kind of share everything. And you know, I think I'm going to pan over here and you can see my Odin Father altar, and that is a picture of Maeve, a print. It's a print of the goddess Maeve. That was something I don't necessarily work with Maeve, but I liked the picture. And then two, the word escaped me, dream catchers that were both gifts to me that I've had for a really long time. So that's my Odin altar and such. And then there's a beautiful print by Nini Thomas that is called Ember, and that's hung in my bedroom for literally years. And my current bed set, Come In for a Spell. Gotta love that, right? And then here we have my north altar on the shelf here. Lots of crystals on there. That's where my reality map lives and things like that. All my earth things. And then here's a couple more witchy prints. I think the top one is maybe Amy Brown. I'm not sure. But the bottom one, I'm gonna zoom in on that. This one is a Maiden Mother Crone depiction that I have no idea who did it, but it's so gorgeous. I bought it at a Renaissance fair, I believe. So, yes. So that's kind of this unit here. Alrighty here. So this is kind of like the last spot, so to speak, in my sacred space. And for those of you who've been around the channel for a long time, where I used to record my videos was with the bed in the background. And so what this is, okay, so the first area here on the left, that's where my Tonner dolls live. This is a really cool plant stand that looks like a spiral staircase, and that's where some of them are. And there's Arwen and Aragorn there. Love them. And of course, my girl, the Wicked Witch of the West, she hangs out there. So there's that. But this whole unit here, this was what was technically behind the camera. Things are low budget here at Heart of the Witch's Path. And so what I actually did is I have a cup. You might be able to see right there is a cup where I put makeup brushes. That cup I would put right here on the corner, and I had a selfie stick that would come up it, and I would put my phone on the selfie stick so I could see myself, and that's how I recorded videos back in the day. And so this is actually where I get ready in the morning. So this bottom shelf, that's where all my makeup is, in those drawers and things like that. And then this second shelf is a lot of jewelry and some more makeup things and what have you. The top shelf, there's a box right there that is my box that I keep all my sabbat necklaces. And there is a plate. You know what? We're going to go in closer. So there's like some really neat things that I kind of wanted to show you on this shelf. So that's why we kind of went in. So here is the box that I keep my sabbat necklaces in. And so it's the sides are painted in the directional colors. And that is the Mystics of Real Lure logo on top. And let's open that and not drop things. All little pouches with each of the sabbat necklaces housed in there. So love that. And that's actually one of those wooden boxes that you can buy at a craft store that you can paint. So that's totally what we did there. And then in the back there, you'll see a labyrinth, and that's one that I drew. That's why it's not drawn pretty, because I'm not an artist, but I drew it and wood burned it. So that was really cool. Here is a rattle, really cool. There's a platform here to use for pendulum divination. Love that. Got some feathers up there. Tucked in the back are some battery operated candles that we use when we need to go and have ritual at places that don't allow flame. So that's always nice to have. And I keep bookmarks. I used to be crazy, collect a lot of bookmarks. Oy vey. And then here's Uric. Uric sitting there guarding the place. Isn't he the man kind of a thing? And then up on top here, this is my air altar. So we've got Tatiana the fairy in the back there, a feather fan that I made. These little, let me see if, I don't want to creep anybody out. Oh, I'm going to do it. If you're scared of spiders, you might want to skip ahead a couple of, so I used to own a couple of tarantulas, and these are some sheds. And I think in most of these 3 boxes, there's shedding in there. So I like to keep those. Unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. But yeah, there's my air altar. And then oh, I should talk about here. This is where I keep all my divination. So this is a really cool box that I purchased. I think that was at Convocation 2. Purchased that at Convocation, really nice. It's full now though, because you'll notice there's some cards that are outside of the box. That means that I need to cease and desist buying any more cards because, well, I got a lot. So, and then there's some Barbies, and these are like the witchy Barbies here. Target usually does a witchy Barbie like around Halloween time, and Secret Spells Barbie, and then all of my Wizard of Oz characters. But there is one other thing that I want to show you. So this unit is actually like a really long dresser. Let me, hold on a second. I'm going to reposition. So my main altar that you saw earlier, that's on top of a dresser. And then this, of course, is a long dresser. And most of those drawers I actually keep closed. But here, these are items like I keep all of my incense here. There's various candles and things like that. I actually need to kind of go through here because now that I'm looking in here, I'm seeing that there's actually like possible altar cloths and things like that, and I know that I have a separate box for that. So this is an area that I haven't gone through recently, but this might be a really great project now that I'm looking at it. But I also keep like witchy tools here if I'm not using them, because I know I have a wand in here that I'm not currently using anywhere. And these are inks that I've used for planetary spell work and things like that. Oh, now it's not going to go back in. So yeah, this is due for a good purging. If you're interested in me sharing something like that, then let me know, because I don't know how anybody... I don't know. Let me know. All right. So, and that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all the footage I have. I hope you found this interesting. I know that personally, I like seeing what people do with their sacred space, with their tools, and how they store things and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, please give it a thumbs up. I was excited to do this video, these videos, film this footage. I was excited, but I was also a little apprehensive because you never know how something like that is going to be received. And I guess I should say, now that, you know, it's all filmed and out there and you've seen it, I hope that nobody thinks that I'm bragging or anything like that. I mean, trust me, I know that I don't have much here, but what I do have, I value greatly. And it's all things that I've cultivated over 20 plus years of walking this path. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did or learned something from it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. As always, there's lots of links in the description box for social media, Facebook, Instagrams, both mine and Kathy's, and things like that. So if you've got any questions about anything that you saw, or wonder about anything, I'm pretty much an open book. So go ahead and ask a question in the comments and I will get back with you. And if I don't get back with you right away, then maybe I think the question warrants a video response, or maybe I need to get Kathy in on it too. So yeah, we're totally open to questions. feel free to ask us anything. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for taking the time to walk the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.